Everyone is joking about brain rot. The memes, the TikToks, the constant scrolling, the random videos at 2 a.m. about nothing. But what if brain rot is not actually a joke? What if it is a real, measurable biological process happening inside your brain right now? Because the science says it is. And after watching this video, you will never look at your phone the same way again. Brain rot became an internet term to describe the mental numbness that comes from consuming too much low-quality content online. Memes, short videos, endless scrolling, reaction content, random clips. Oxford University named it Word of the Year in 2024, but neuroscientists have been studying the actual brain changes behind this phenomenon for years, and what they found is genuinely alarming. Your brain has a system called the default mode network. It activates during rest, daydreaming, and unstructured thinking. This is where creativity lives, where problem-solving happens, where your brain connects ideas and makes meaning. When you are constantly consuming short-form content, your default mode network never gets to activate. There is always another video, always another scroll, always another stimulus. Your brain never gets the silence it needs to process, create, and recover. The result is a brain that feels simultaneously overstimulated and empty. That is brain rot, and it is measurably real. Here is where it gets serious. Every time you watch a short video, your brain releases a small amount of dopamine. Small, but instant. Your brain starts calibrating itself around that speed of reward. Anything slower than a 15-second video starts feeling boring. Books feel impossible. Long conversations feel exhausting. Deep work feels unbearable. This is called dopamine threshold shifting. Your brain has literally recalibrated what counts as interesting. And everything in real life, conversations, work, relationships, nature, falls below that threshold. Stanford researchers found that heavy short-form content consumers showed measurably reduced ability to sustain attention on tasks lasting longer than 4 minutes. 4 minutes. That is how fast the threshold shifts. And the worst part, it does not feel like it is happening. You just slowly notice that everything feels boring and nothing feels satisfying. That is not a personality trait. That is a dopamine system in crisis. Brain rot does not stop at attention. It affects memory and creativity too. Memory consolidation happens during periods of mental quiet, when your brain has space to wander. In the shower, on a walk, staring out a window, it is actually replaying and storing experiences from the day. This is called memory consolidation through the default mode network. When you fill every quiet moment with your phone, that consolidation never happens. Information goes in, but never sticks. This is why you can watch 3 hours of content and remember almost none of it the next day. Your brain processed it, but never stored it. Creativity works the same way. Every great idea you have ever had came in a moment of mental quiet. The shower, a walk, just before sleep. These are not coincidences. These are your default mode network finally getting the space to connect ideas. Constant content consumption eliminates those moments entirely. You are not just wasting time. You are deleting your own creativity. The good news, brain rot is reversible. Your brain is neuroplastic. It rewires based on what you repeatedly do. What built the damage can be undone, but it takes deliberate action. Here are 3 things that work. Number 1, boredom therapy. Schedule 10 minutes per day of doing absolutely nothing. No phone, no music, no podcast, just sitting with your thoughts. This feels deeply uncomfortable at first. That discomfort is your default mode network waking back up. Within 2 weeks, most people report noticeably better focus and more creative ideas appearing randomly. Number 2, minimum viable consumption. Set a hard daily limit on short-form content, 30 minutes maximum. Not because willpower is the answer, but because your brain needs a consumption ceiling to recalibrate its dopamine threshold back to baseline. Use app timers. Make it structural, not willpower-based. Number 3, replace, not restrict. Every time you reach for your phone, out of boredom, replace it with something that uses your hands. walk, stretch, make tea, doodle. Your brain needs to learn that boredom leads to physical activity, not digital consumption. This rewires the reflex at the habit level, not just the decision level. Most people see measurable improvement in focus and attention within 14 days of these 3 changes. 14 days. Your brain wants to heal. You just have to give it the conditions. Brain rot is not a joke anymore. It is a measurable change in how your brain processes reward, stores memory, and generates creativity. And it is happening to almost everyone consuming content in 2026. The question is not whether your brain has been affected. The question is whether you are going to do something about it. Subscribe to VPod Brain. Every week we break down what is actually happening inside your brain in plain science. No fluff, no motivation talk, just facts. See you Wednesday.